We're back now with the 3-year-olds. We have a number of horses to talk about. A couple of them coming back off sickness. Adeline, please, honey. A couple of them coming back off sickness. A couple of them, one horse injured on the list. We talked about no free lunch and the fracture in his coffin bone last week. He's going to be off for 3 months. Virtually the same injury. We had three broken coffin bones this year. No free lunch, just fractured his. Hill of Magic fractured hers, and then Will to Win Hanover earlier in the season. I don't ever remember seeing that many in the barn, but the first two were not serious. Hill of Magic's is a little wider, but still, I was happy to hear the vet say that, listen, if we had 100, 90 of them would look like hers. So that made me feel a little bit better. Just proper time in rehab, and they'll make it back. The re-injury rate on those is very low, so very happy to hear that. Now, we'll get right into it. Adrenaline Rush. Jason thought he was a little bit flat last week. I thought he raced okay coming off the sickness. He was legit sick the week before, full of mucus. We gave him a week, treated him up, went easy on him, raced him the other day. One of the fastest miles of his life. Now we'll give him one more crack in there, and then we'll move him around if he can't do in there. But he was second 3 weeks back, 2 starts back. Let's see how he does his next start. Blue Monk raced great in Georgia, was second in 54, I think. Last Sunday in Race Good. He's back in to go. Today is Saturday, back in to go tomorrow, Georgian Downs. Brilliant Corners, little flat the other day. Carmen thought maybe coming off the virus he was driven a little hard, and I said, listen, just put the horse in where he can win. You guys are now seeing the difference between the condition claimer and the condition races. There is a wide berth between the two sometimes. So I told Carmen, listen, I'm not that word sure they're probably going to claim Brilliant Corners. Fine. Move them out, we'll put another one in there. Just put the horses in where they can do good. And if you believe that taking him to Hanover, Georgian, Grand River, anywhere would suit him better, then you do that. You're the trainer. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I don't want you to believe that the condition claimer is off the table because he went out and took a mark of 51-4 his first start. Fine. He didn't go back and do it again. So do as you wish. Put him in where he can win. First glance, Mario certainly talk about putting horses in where they can win. Mario's done a great job with, that's intelligent. Look at this guy. Has done a great job with First Glance and all the horses in his barn, quite frankly. Horse looked incredible last week, looked incredible this week, got roughed up last week, and that is the true stamp of a decent horse or a good horse, certainly not a bad one, is when they get roughed up and come right out 7 days later swinging. I love to see that. Love to see that, because that's the real world. That's the racetrack. Horse like I'm a Lovely Lady got beat up, parked the whole way, and trotted probably the fastest mile of her life the other night. That's what good horses do. That's what horses that take their job seriously do. And to see First Glance racing so well at Grand River the other night was just very uplifting. Very happy. Aglaire AM qualified great. Addie Bear. Can you give her a bottle, honey, please? It's right by your foot. Aglaire AM qualified well at Mohawk the other day, and she's in to go. Now, didn't draw good, but it's in to go. Guys, you might want to pay attention to what's going on. Look at all these beautiful farms here. These are all giant farms. We're right on that one over there. We're right in Kentucky right now. Horse racing capital of the world. And it is a very beautiful spot. I'm a Lovely Lady, as I said. Aglaire AM qualified good and is going to get a crack at them again. I think we made the right move bringing her back to Ontario. James, Johnny, and Teresa know this horse very well. Woodbine is very kind to her, and she's very kind to Woodbine. So I think Aglaire AM being home is the right move. I'm a Lovely Lady raced great again. I mentioned her in a minute, how tough she was. Second in a national seasons mark of 154-1 by a true sire stake filly in designer specs, and I'm a Lovely Lady finished second to her. Just a great mile. Italian Grit finished second last week, 2 weeks ago. Got a little vet work done on him. He's going to be back in to go next week. Jazzy Judy raced great, third fair and square. In fact, the race was given to her at the 5/8 pole, and she still was beat. I think there's a little more there. We're going to bring her back home, race her a couple of times, give her a little break before her last staking engagement in November at Dover. Very odd staking schedule, but that's the way it played out. Miss Meringue is very close to qualifying. I think Jason trained her on the bike again. We'll probably qualify her next Wednesday at Northfield Park. Mama Knows Best raced good in that mile where I'm a Lovely Lady was second. Mama Knows Best was third. I knew what the score was around the last turn. I really just let her coast down the lane. Really was a little, to be honest, earmuffs, a little pissed off that we had to go 55 in a fair $7,300 purse race. I was looking for 2 minutes, 2-1. Instead, we caught designer specs. So it's just the way racing is. We don't get to choose our competitors all the time. But make no mistake, those two fillies raced very, very good the other night. My Jazz raced fantastic in Scioto, but warmed up a little sore left hind, which is the opposite end of the horse from that right front that she had injured earlier on. So are we dealing with residual injuries, some sort of secondary issue that has come up? We need to know what it is. The veterinarian couldn't tell me definitively what it is, so we're taking her to the university to get a bone scan. We want to make sure we don't put her in a position to get injured, especially when she raced so darn good in Scioto. Very pleased with her tenacity. She didn't miss a beat. For filly, went 2 fast miles in 3 months, trotted 56 and 3. It's a good horse. No free lunch, as I said, it broke that coffin bone. There's no way to sugarcoat that. I can call it a line, a fracture, a break. It is what it is. Regardless, it has ended his season this year. But you know what? We need good horses to race in the winter, and he'll be back for winter racing in 2022. Northern Blizzard jumped on his foot and hurt it a little bit. I think he'll miss 1 more week, and then we'll be able to get him back in action. I haven't asked Johnny for an update. I will tonight. I know that he'd made a break on Trevor Henry and jumped on that foot. It'll heal. It was just skin, but it was a little painful for about a week. He should be coming around now. Need another week of jogging and training into him, and then he'll race, I would suspect, the week after next. Perfect Record will come back from Winterwood this week. We gave him 3 weeks off. It's been 3 weeks this week, right? We'll be bringing him back. If this indeed is the 3rd week, we'll be bringing him back. Just wanted to get him on the field, on the grass for 3 weeks, and then start him back up at Northfield, get him qualified again, and start him racing. I suspect his racing will start in Pennsylvania in the Meadows, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Rose Run, why not? Man, oh man, I thought we had such a smart plan. You know what? We don't want a qualifier. We don't have to, because we race her in the fair where you don't have to be qualified. We'll use her fair race as a qualifier. Be nice to hook an easier division, go a mile and 2-2. No, they're just going to go like lunatics up front, a half in 56. And Rose Run, why not? 1 mile 59, 3 seconds faster than I wanted to go, but I just let her coast down line. Her last quarter was 32 and a bit, but literally I could have kept chasing her 1 mile 30 and a bit, or last quarter 30 and a bit. But why? Why would I do that? So she qualified in a fair event in 159 and looked great doing it. So Admirable continues to stay on gate. We haven't got any legitimate offers. I got a couple of low ball offers. I may have to discuss them with my partners, our clients, on her this week. But for right now, she's going to race again in Saratoga this week. Then we'll make some more concrete decisions, something a little more solid this week. Good girl. Sweet Ambitions was just second in 57 and 4. That could be a turnaround race. She could be a half sister to War We Welcome, but she raced good today. Second in 57. Mario drove her good. In fairness, she raced good. So good for her. Good for Jason, Cindy, Mario, everybody involved with that filly. Great job. Tanzanite Tricks. I talked to Charlie, one of my partners on this filly, and said, yeah, I told you she was going to be over her head. You knew that. I knew that. But I enjoy watching her get faster and faster. We'll find a spot for her. Truthfully speaking, we could bring her to the Meadows, and I think she would obliterate non-winners 2 action there. So just give me a couple more starts with her at Mohawk. I know she looks a little overmatched, because she is, but she's getting good experience. James is driving her good, and her desire to move forward is she still has that fire. I'd like to race her twice more at Mohawk. That's My Girl. We actually sold That's My Girl the other day. We got offered a pretty good dollar for her and decided that we weren't going back to Indiana. We had a lot of non-winners 2 fillies, and that was a pretty good dollar we got for us, so we sold her. Tipsy and Dixie raced incredibly well just an hour ago at Hanover Raceway. Man, I was so pleased. 1, with the way James drove her, and 2, the way she raced. Man, she's a tough, tenacious filly. Just love watching her race. Walk on the Moon is in... He was in too.
He's in tonight.
Oh, he's at Mohawk, yeah. Right. I thought he was in Hanover. You're right. Walk on the Moon is in tonight, so good luck to the Walk on the Moon group. He raced good in Hanover. He raced fantastic the week before in Ottawa. I'd like to see at the very least, a combination of the 2 tonight. He's 3-1, picked to win. I hope he does well, so good luck to that group. War We Welcome. I just hope Carmen gets her back on some sort of consistent schedule where we could get her in, where she could do some good, put some good lines on her, and maybe at some point in the fall turn the page on a filly that frustrates me to no end. Don't know if you've noticed. Won My Heart Hanover. Race good. Finished third the other day. I'd like to see Hunter Driver a couple more starts like that. Just run her up the wood. He was very patient with her. And she raced really well. So good drive, good job by him and Tim. And good luck next week with her. Yay! We're pulling into Kentucky right now. We're almost to the racetrack. Gonna offload the horses, get them some supper, and maybe get some supper for the McDonald's too. We probably should get a hotel. Do you think?
I think I'd stay in the stall.
I think we'll get a hotel. We won't stay in the stall. We'll stay in a hotel. So, no, you have to do it with Ava, not Adam. So, we will talk to you soon. We still got a lot of videos to do. I'll do them tonight or into tomorrow, but I'll get them done for you as we settle into Kentucky for a 48-hour stay and race. Wish us some luck. Blue Bayou Dio, Garden State Dio, and Unbeatable Kemp. Take care.